Take 8.
Come on, we gotta have something like that to begin it.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to our very first podcast. In the group here, we have me, which is KFC Fill-A-Box, or Koa, as my friends will be calling me. And the friends I have here, we have Jenks. If you can introduce yourself.
My name is Jenks, and this is take 8 of our podcast, and I just wanted to say it's good meeting you guys, and this goes out to all my homies.
All right, and then we also have Boogie.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Boogie, but you can call me Mr. Boogie for short.
All right, so we have Mr. Boogie, and I'm not too well versed in being a moderator for a podcast. I'm not gonna be able to moderate anything because Jenks will just do what he wants, but that's okay.
Take 9.
Yes, take 9. We're too far in for you to be kissing me right now.
Kiss your homies before you sleep.
If there's no tongue, it'll make you weak.
Oh God.
Now, guys, we just wanted to say we're so grateful for our 24 subscribers. You know, you guys suck, and we fucking hate you. We just want you to.
Yeah. So before we get into anything else, I'm not sure exactly where we'll be uploading this to. Might be Anchor.fm. Might also be YouTube. But wherever you are, consider subscribing to us on YouTube. Check out our videos, and we also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/K3. And by we, it's usually me. But, yeah, so consider checking us out and all those other places.
You can follow us on Instagram at African Coon King and African Coon Queen. That's also our Twitter. If you just follow us on there and then just type a racist comment, that would be very, very appreciated.
That would be.
You'll get a free report, and hopefully things will go well. You might get arrested, you might get raped in jail, but
FBI, open up!
This goes out to all my homies. Yeah.
Can we just go one goddamn minute without that thing?
Alright. So, the topic of this discussion on today's podcast is everyone's favorite subject.
Anime.
I personally hate fucking anime, but I like it at the same time. I actually love it, you know? It's my pastime, and I fucking hate it, but I also love it. It's my fucking pastime, and this goes out to all the homies.
Oh God, it's all homies and kissing right now.
Hells yeah, dude.
So we do have a few topics to go over. I'm not sure how long we're gonna have this podcast run, but we'll just let it be. We'll let it do what it does, and let's just jump right into it. So our first topic is just a general.
First we gotta jump right into it and drown, and then just kill ourselves because, you know, life's meaningless sometimes, and sometimes you just gotta take one for the team. And for the team, that means being selfish, a selfish bastard that just takes his own life.
Yeah, so on that note, favorite anime and why?
Yeah.
So, no more homies. Favorite anime and why? Who would like to begin?
It goes out to all my whores. Yeah.
Who would like to begin? And if you can't pick one, because I'm already struggling to pick one, we'll say top 3. And why, of course. So, who'd like to start?
I'll begin, because I'll keep mine short,
Okay.
like a titty.
All right.
You know,
Are they measured in height?
take 10.
This is also going to be uncut. I'm not editing any of this bullshit because it's going to be too long. Unless someone says something outrageously messed up, I'm going to leave it.
So, this goes out to all my homies.
So, Jenks, favorite anime or animes and why?
So, when I was a little kid, a little kunai, throwing my blade in the pool with, you know, yeah.
So,
My favorite anime and what got me into anime in general is Zatch Bell. That's the dub version. The the sub version is Konjiki no Gash Bell.
Hmm.
The reason why I picked this anime is because it was just super emotional for me, and I just loved it as a whole. It had a great, unique concept, and without it, I probably wouldn't, really like anime to this day. That was kind of the anime that started all animes, and give it a watch.
Okay. Now, I remember you told me about this before, and I looked at like a picture of it, but what is it about? Because you're saying it was unique or whatever. Well,
It
what
was about
is.
like these well, okay, so in Japanese or the sub version they call them devils, like devil monsters, but in the dub version they call them Mamotos, and like every Mamoto has a human caretaker, and they all have a book that has like a certain amount of spells, and some of them are like attack based, speed based, trickery, kind of like the basis of that.
Okay.
The main character Zatch Bell, he had like a lightning power, and he had like many. He had like a he was like the son. It was revealed later on that he was the son of the Momoto King, and him and his brother Zeno were twins at birth, but he got kicked out of the Momoto world, and it was just it was pretty crazy because it just kept getting better as it kept going, and it was a lot of big thunder based attacks, and it was like the basis of it all was Val's Zakarga, and Val was this big dragon that was, I think, the king of the spell books or whatever, something like that. But I just recommend anybody giving that a watch. It's easier to watch than to explain because it's a unique concept. The stronger the bond between the Momoto and the human, the more spells they uncover. So like they can unlock unreal spells just by having their caretaker,
Okay.
and they also all have memory loss.
Now I'll have.
Weird.
And have amnesia.
I'm curious. What was the platform that you first saw this anime on? Was it like on Cartoon Network or something?
It was on Funimation before they started charging everything.
Mm.
I watched it on that for a while. So like they have like 151 episodes in sub, but in dub they only had 100 because they stopped making it because the English version just didn't. It stopped getting popular after like season 5 or something like that. But the Japanese version kept on going to finish a really good story. Yeah, but I saw it on Funimation. But there's plenty of sites you can do it on. It's like a lot of stuff. I recommend watching the dub version's actually not that bad. I thought dub was pretty good, and sub, of course, I'm always going to lean to sub, but the character's voice is kind of sub.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Classic.
I'm not sure if I'll put like something over, or I may go back and edit it just a tiny bit, just to like show like a cover of the anime or something like that, just so people have an idea, and throw the name up there maybe as well.
Hmm.
What was the name again, Jinx?
Zatch Bell. That's
Zatchbell, like Zach.
Do you want the sub version? Or do you want the
Just I mean, just I think the subversion would be easier for other people, just because it's English. So, and then if they want, they could have it translated over.
Zatch Bell? So Zatch.
Zatch space Bell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I may throw something up on the screen when you say it at first. So I may, depending if I go back and actually edit this if I have the time. But all right, so um, I'll go next. On another note, though, I have currently lost $50 from Apple stock, so that's pretty cool. But
Meg.
anyway,
I want my money back.
I want my $35 back. So the reason I said earlier, like if you have multiple ones, is because I have multiple ones. Because I have one, the very first one that I've ever seen, what got me into anime, and then what's like really one of my favorites. Because I can't really, it's like picking a favorite song. I can't pick a favorite one. But so I'll start with the one that got me the first thing that got me into anime, the first, besides from like Pokemon, if you want to call that an anime, I'm not exactly sure, but it was this anime called Claymore, and it was on what's it called? Netflix. Right when it was like in the beginning of when Netflix started to stream instead of them sending you CDs. So right when they became an actual streaming platform, I remember my dad was watching it actually, and Claymore, it's like a post. I don't know if you call it post-apocalyptic, but the gist of it is that there are these demons running around, and they like they kill people and all that good stuff. And then there are I think they're genetically modified girls or something like that are strong enough to fight these demons. But the thing is, if the girls use too much of their power, then they turn into the demon. So, and that show was like, it was like super fucking gory and all that stuff. And that was the first time, besides Pokemon on, was it Cartoon Network or something like that in the mornings, that I had seen an anime, and I didn't go back and watch it until later on because it was super gory. And my dad's like, no, you can't watch that. So I don't believe it's on Netflix anymore, but I'm actually not sure. So that's the very first one that I've seen. What was that?
So do you prefer gory anime?
Um, I don't hate it. I don't really know if I have a preference. The only anime types of anime that I really don't like are mechas, just because I feel like they're all the same.
And then what about Goblin Slayer?
Goblin Slayer. Yeah, no, I mean Goblin Slayer was fine. Honestly, of course in the beginning where you see that chick getting raped by the goblins, that kind of turned me off to it for a while. But I ended up going back and watching the rest of it, and it was the rest of it was fine.
That was
But
pretty unique.
you need to be a little louder, Jakes.
Yeah, that was a pretty unique anime.
It starts whispering.
Oh god. So that's the first thing that I watched that was anime. Um, and then also with Dragon Ball Z, that one when in our elementary school at Mililani Ike, you were the cool kid if you had the manga of Dragon Ball Z. You were the shit. And I had a few of them. And I also liked playing the games, Dragon Ball Z, was it Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3? Or is it Tenkaichi Budokai? I don't remember which way it was, but those games were fun as shit. I grinded so much in that game as a kid. Um, and I also did watch. No, some of the I think the episodes were on Adult Swim, so I wasn't necessarily allowed to watch that unless I sneaked it. But I saw some of it, and that's what really got me into anime. That's the first thing that really did. And then I don't want to go on too much longer, but an anime that I really like, it's called Shuffle. It's like Shuffle with a exclamation point at the end. It's like a slice of life romance harem anime, and it made me really find out that I really like those because I I lack that in my life. But it's basically so the god, demon, and human world all connect together, and like none of them are bad. It's just like there's a guy named Rin, and apparently when he was a kid, he doesn't remember though. He met the daughter of the God King and the daughter of the Demon King, and the girls fell in love with him, but he didn't remember. And it becomes a harem because he goes to school and he lives with a girl who or but him and the girl. Wait, how old was it? So Rin, the guy, his parents died in a car crash, and the girl that he lives with, Kaede, I think his mom died in the car crash as well. and so now they're all live together because they were family friends, and she loves him, and then there's also another girl at school called Asa. They like each other, and I think, or is it, she likes him, but she kind of doesn't really show it. So anyway, it's one of those harem slice of life romance animes that really got me into that genre as well, and and also at the end he ends up picking someone. So that was, I thought that was pretty neat as well. That he actually decided to pick that the author decided to make the guy pick someone instead of just leaving it open ended. So after all, that's all about me and my beginning in anime. So that's kind of drawn out, but Boogie, now you. Or yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay then.
Okay. Let me see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Just go home before you sleep.
Give it to us, Boogie, before he keeps going. No, not
Alright.
that.
All right. So if I'm going to talk about my origins and getting into anime, I'd probably start with one of my all-time favorites, still to this day, and it was the one that really got me into anime in the first place, and that would probably be.
Shut up!
I'm sorry. You guys didn't talk when I talked. I'm sorry.
It's Boruto.
God, no.
No, I'm just kidding. It'd actually be the father of Boruto, that is Naruto. So that would be probably the gateway anime for me. The reason why I liked it so much was when I was a kid, I thought that I was gay because because I would wake up in the middle of the night and my uncle would make me feel like a girl. But the reason why I feel like Naruto has such a special place in my heart is because, you know, it's one of the special things about anime that I think uh, we're gonna get to in this discussion, hopefully. But it's one of those things where, it's this story or this narrative of a character, and you find this thing that you can relate to a certain character, and I feel like that's why people get attached to certain animes, because they develop a uh, personal relation to a certain anime, or an anime character. And on this in the show, whether it be the manga or just the anime in general, you get to see this character progression that eventually plays out. And I think that's why I like Naruto so much, because you were able to follow this character, this person who was disliked in his village, an outcast basically, and you get to see him become one of the greatest ninjas of all time. So that's kind of what I like about anime. The whole underdog story of someone becoming uh, better through hard work and determination, and it's pretty inspiring and motivational for me. So yeah, that's why I like Naruto.
Well, that was better than any of our answers.
Yeah, I like that too about anime. I think that's one of the reasons why I definitely got into it, because one, it's more intense than any other TV show that I've watched. They make normal scenarios be extremely intense. Sometimes too intense. Like sometimes they'll fucking pick up a toothbrush and it's like fucking life or death. But I do. That's one reason why I did like anime so much, is that the underdog story was. It was only about the underdog, and unless it's Diamond No Ace, and it's
It's everything other than that.
It's everything other than the underdog actually fucking winning for once. 200 episodes in, and he's still on the bench.
And he's still on the bench while the guy's throwing 107.
Fuck. No chance.
It's fucking as a freshman.
As a freshman, that's insane.
That ain't it, chief.
I
I
do.
also like Haikyuu or whatever. The fuck
Haikyuu,
that's
yeah.
called. That shit is so fucking good. And there's this basketball anime that's out.
Kuroko
too.
no Basket. That's the one?
Yeah.
I really like that one as well. That one's very over the top as well.
What about the one that's like the short nigga?
Yeah, Kuroko no Basket, right?
Yeah,
With the
that's
blue hair?
fucking,
I just said that.
He just said
dude's like short as fuck, and he's like has the best handles. He can shoot.
Yeah, see, I like that guy because everyone sees him as invisible. And that's just like me.
no, go.
At one point in my life, on my sports team, I became invisible to everybody. Except Jenks.
Go, I love you. Gotta kiss your homies, Cole.
Kiss your homies.
Fucking homies right there. I slap her on that dick.
I do also just want to say that I do own the first volume of Naruto still. I still
You
own,
have it?
yeah, I still own that.
Oh, okay.
Back from elementary school.
Cool.
Well, fun story. My dad, he
Oh god. What did your dad do?
No, Dad.
my dad found my found my anime DVD, and like, cause I ordered a Zatch Bell movie,
Uh-huh.
and he literally he went up to me and he said, "What the fuck is this bullshit? I can't even read this shit."
Damn.
He takes the CD and he fucking breaks it in front of
Damn.
me.
No,
Dad, no!
Dad, please, no.
What did you want?
no.
Oh god.
Hey, shout out my dad. He ain't around no more, but he.
Hey, monkeys can climb.
That monkeys can climb my grandpa.
Why she's talking about my
Some
grandpa
fucking
like that?
bullshit. She's so-
Good old Natsuki.
Bitch ass nigga.
Give a fuck about it.
Hey, this nigga really think he Bruce Lee.
We're saying a bunch of things that people might not understand.
No, they're not gonna get it at all, dude.
If you follow us on Instagram at YWFAGN, then you'll understand.
You need to
If you-
post that grandma on there too. Real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a nigga. Who wrote that?
And now you guys are gonna be welcome to the first.
Alright, so
First.
I think we will, back on the topic of anime, I think we will go
What's your
on
favorite
to our
main
next
character?
question. Yes, favorite main character.
Main character.
Who? That's not a character. You can't break those cuffs.
This one. Goes out to all my homies.
So who'd like to begin with their favorite character?
This one's fucking. This one's hard.
It is
Like,
hard. I'm thinking about it now. What is it?
I'd say like give it top three. Top three.
Top 3 characters, huh?
Just the, I think that short nigga in that volleyball. He's not my top three, but he's up.
He's pretty cool. This nigga really think Bruce Lee. But I will say, let's see. I do Well, there's characters that I like, and then there's characters that I relate to, and then there's characters that I think are hot. Like honestly, I could relate to Sawamura from what's it called? From Diamond No Ace. The kid gets sat.
That's tough.
Like he's good. I mean, of course he needs some work, but no one works with him because you know why? They work with a guy who throws hard as shit.
He's got a change up.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, I think Sourmore is definitely up there, but I say the guy from Berserk. I thought.
Ooh, so you relate to how his wife got railed by a horse?
Damn. Hey, we don't do that here.
Hey, we don't do that here.
I don't fucking relate to. I just thought he was badass.
He is. Honestly, he is.
I'm trying to think of another one though. The dude from Megalo Boxing was really good.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, okay, you know what? Yeah, Megaloboxing, that's also top for my favorite animes, but he's also a good character as well. But
Main character from Ken
Simone from Gurren Lagann.
Oh
God,
my
I love my boy Simone, man.
I like him too.
I just wish he got to pipe Yoko, man. It's not fair.
Hey, my bitch loved Yoko.
And
Who that baby?
what's it called?
Uh,
Well, can we give a why we like these characters? I
sure.
like Simone because it's because of the character development. He starts out as a really shy kid, and he's he he ends up having to fight with what's his name? Fuck, what's the guy's name? I forgot his name.
Okay.
They're Simone and other main character guy that everyone likes.
Are you talking about like the other anime
I know
JoJo?
you're talking about.
No, not
Is
just.
that different? Oh,
Someone that he calls his older brother.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was, but they come up into they lived underground their whole lives, and their ancestors before them did as well. And then they come up to the real world, to like the surface, and he has to learn to fight. Basically, he has to learn to build up the courage to fight.
Kamina.
Kamina, yeah.
I think he's my favorite. He's just funny.
Yeah, and I like the show as a whole as well. But he has to build up the courage to fight, and then after, spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1, after he kills, or after Kamina dies, he becomes depressed and doesn't want to do anything, and becomes like a hermit basically, and everyone around him's kind of like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Stuff like that. It's like they kind of don't see it from his perspective. That's how I feel, at least, is
Yeah,
what
I mean,
happens.
I kind of didn't like how they all shunned him.
Yeah, but that's also why I liked him as a character. He got kind of cast out, but he learns to, after the time skip, and actually before the time skip as well.
I just
He
didn't like how they cast him out because
because he
Kamina
kind of got
was-
because he got depressed because
Kamina was a-
because he also thought that Kamina dying was his fault because he hesitated.
he was a bitch ass nigga.
Dang.
Let's see, what else is another good character?
No, if I could finish just really quick though, just I like how he starts building up the courage, and then he ends up taking Kamina's place. So that's all I wanted to say.
So,
No, you cannot talk. Go ahead.
shout out to all the homies.
All right, well, what do you got, Boogie? Any favorite characters?
I don't know about like favorite
Or
right
characters
now,
that
but
you
like
look up or do you see yourself as, or something like
Uh,
that?
I would I just want to talk about like the the importance of like foil characters. I don't know if you know
Of what?
names. Foil characters.
No, I don't
Like
know. What
they're
is that?
basically the rivals to the main character.
Okay.
I think those characters hold a special place in animes because it's I wouldn't say it's like cliche for animes, but they definitely do like an important job in telling the story.
Hmm.
Like say your Vegeta, your Katsuki, Bakugo,
Yeah,
or
it's like
your
it's also like a character building moment, right?
Sasuke. Yeah, it's basically uh, these other characters in the show that are competing against like the main character, and that's kind of how they like push each other to become better. And I think that's an important role in anime also. So I do appreciate those characters as well. So
Yeah,
just thought I'd say that.
unlike how you said Bakugo, on that note, I do like their rivalry together
Yeah.
because, like you said, they do. It's like they build each other up.
Hmm.
They don't try to, because obviously Bakugo isn't trying to build him up, or I don't think so. I don't. I can't tell, of course, but
Yeah. He,
um,
he just hates everyone.
yeah,
But
he doesn't like everyone, but he has history with Deku, and
yeah.
um, he's the reason Deku becomes better, and Deku's also the reason why Bakugo sees things from a different perspective later on.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I do agree with that.
Yeah.
With the like almost like side main character.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Virginia
Yeah, he was
in
acting
Dragon
he was
Ball.
acting Demiki, and then
But yeah, you kind of get to see like his development also, even though he's not necessarily a main character.
mhm.
Actually, he is a main character, isn't he? Virginia.
Vegeta. Yeah, I believe he is.
Not at first, but then he becomes one.
Yeah, he becomes a main character.
Yeah.
Shit, I had a really good one. Damn. Let's keep going.
That's all I really have for that.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm trying to just think of other animes that I like. That maybe there's a character in there that is the reason I liked it. Um,
I was thinking Zoro because I just like his badass.
Zoro. Zoro's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, hmm.
Focus up I don't like Gon. It's a thing.
Gone.
I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I'm. It's either way for me. I don't really have a preference.
Shit, dude. Oh, I had a really good one. Oh, Takamura from Hajime no Ippo.
Okay, okay. Is he's the bigger guy, right?
He's the one that won the world championship.
Yeah, he's the big guy.
That fight against
Eagle or Hawk.
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 That
Yeah.
was the best fight like I've ever seen in
Yeah.
anime history. One of the best fights.
Yeah,
I've ever seen.
I also do like. I think I just said earlier, but I also do like Ippo as a character as well. Like the bully, the
I
kid.
thought Ippo had a long way to go, and there was a lot more.
Yeah, there's obviously there's more they could. There's because they kind of shifted the focus later on, but
Just,
I do just it's just like another underdog story. Kid gets bullied. He sees what's his name boxing, right? And then he wants to learn it to help protect him from the bullies. And then the bullies end up being his friend, and I thought that part was pretty cool. There's also like a character. That's kind of like a character build. That's like how Boogie was calling it, like a side,
side
quote unquote. He wasn't really a rival, but he ended up being the reason that Ippo did all that stuff.
Yeah, I just liked how that one scene with Taco, like he just like I think they really portrayed the true essence of going berserk. like just
Mm-hmm.
going crazy, insane, like just being an animal in the boxing ring. Like,
Yeah, and also as we're all from a sports background, we can also really relate to that as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was epic to see. Wait, who's another one really good? Speaking of, Baki, Baki.
Baki. Oh, you know, that's another really good anime that I like. Now, obviously, I can't relate to that guy as much. Like his dad's a monster.
So is he.
Well, not as much of a monster as his dad, right?
Yeah, I mean, his dad's always been a monster. It's like he was a kid, but yeah, it was an unfair advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Baki's just.
Baki was
I
just a
just
really
don't
cool
like how
show.
unreal ripped he is.
Yeah, how all of them are pretty much.
It's just like if you touch their vein, they'll bleed out.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's fucking wild.
You looking at it right now?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like a putty prisoner.
He does. Yeah, but like I really like the concept of what's it called? Oh, it was two
Prisoner?
things. It was how Baki's dad, his back looked like a demon. I thought that was really cool. Just because his muscles were like so defined back there. I mean, obviously that's not
Yeah,
real. That's not possible to have that. I don't think
Fucked up,
naturally.
bro.
I don't think that's possible to have that. But like how his back looked like a demon, and
Yeah.
that's the reason. That's what people call him. They call him like a demon or something like that because of his back. And then also, I forgot the man's name. Let me look at. Actually, I'm not gonna look it up. But the guy, the huge dude with the glasses, who's in I believe he's part of a mafia or something like that. How like
The big ass Asian dude.
yeah, he got the tattoo, and after the tattoo artist put there's like a family tattoo or something like that of like it's about a story of a guy who like their village was under attack or something like that, and he had to protect a baby or something like that. So what he did was he stood like he was caught, but he stood there with like a metal cauldron or something like that on his back to protect the baby so they wouldn't find him. And he took their beating, he died, and he stood there the entire time until they left, and then the baby could live. But so that's the tattoo he gets on his back. And the tattoo artist's like, "Hey, how do you like the tattoo?" And he's like, "It's not finished yet." And the guy's like, "What?" And then he goes and what's his name? The guy goes to defeat a clan or something like that, or defeat some guy's business, and he gets all the slashes on his back from their swords. Like I guess they're technically like the yakuza. That's what they're called.
Yeah, the yakuza.
And he's like, okay, now my tattoo is finished. After he got all the slashes on his back, I thought that part was really cool.
Fuck. Man, I don't know. What is it?
So, any other favorite characters or favorite character tropes that we want to talk about?
Yeah, this is one character. It wasn't Naruto. Oh shit.
What are you talking about?
Fuck. Okay, just One Punch Man. Fucking Saitama.
Saitama.
Fucking cliche. There's another.
Putty prisoner.
Oh no.
What a great character! Can I just say that? Nice
I
character.
love his gayness.
You're just openly gay.
Oh god,
an
I don't
anime
like
character.
that. Like he goes to visit the two guys that are in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
God, like he's gonna fuck them.
Dude, that's the best. Dude, that's so funny.
I didn't like that. That hit too close to home.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our next. I mean, we kind of already talked about this next topic about character development. We kind of already talked about that, didn't we? Any thoughts on that? Go ahead and give your thoughts on that. I gotta go take a piss real quick, so just
Okay,
if not, just go ahead and move on to our next topic. So I'll be right back.
let's see.
All right.
What do I think? What do we think about character development? Um, ooh. Oh, I was gonna say Shokugeki no Soma. His character development, but he was already OP from the start, and he didn't really have that much to learn from cooking.
Mm,
What do you think?
as far as character development, I think um I don't know, I can't think of any like specific example, but um
The only thing that's coming to my head is Deku.
yeah, I'd say that that's good character development too.
Or Naruto, just like straight up how like he became such a immature kid now to like this mature, strong, dependable, controlled powerhouse of a character. Like even
Yeah.
with, I say he's better than Sasuke. That's just my opinion. I mean, I kind of liked how Naruto started as like this fucking person that nobody liked.
Hmm.
Absolutely fucking nobody liked. Yeah, like he was abandoned by, well, not abandoned by his parents. His parents died, but I just like that how like although he was stubborn, a troublemaker, and did um, just shit when he was a kid, like he kept on persevering, he kept on working hard, he kept on asking the right questions, he kept on although he was immature about a lot of the stuff that he did. Um, I like how in Shippuden it was almost like I didn't even recognize him because of his stature and like the way that he carried himself from Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. And then by the end of Naruto Shippuden, he just turned into this fucking demigod kid that just mastered the Nine Tails and
Yeah.
fucking it was just ridiculous. I just
Yeah.
he's probably one of my favorite characters too, just because of his character development, how much people respect him and rely on him. Like people started to rely on him, but like it was like halfway reliable. They thought that he was not fully reliable because they thought that he could lose control at any moment. Then when he like started to have like started to gain control, even the other Hokages, the Hokage.
No, 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 no!
Yeah.
Not the
It's been a long
Hokages.
time. It's been
The
a
whole
fucking
cases.
long time. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. I should have left you.
Anyway, the other Hokage and the what's the fucking one that starts with a K, but they're in like the land of I don't know.
What?
Land of Sound.
I understand. Kazukage?
Kazakage.
And that's a Kage as well, so.
But that's only in like the. Anyway. What I'm trying to say is that everyone, like, no matter how powerful they were all him, and then at the I want both him and Sasuke, and both that was really
Sasuke!
Naruto.
shout out to all the homies.
Although I will, I'm back by the way, but I will say that I really do like the beginning of Naruto. How you said he's an outcast, and then he becomes what the village relies on for protection, basically. Like
Yeah.
that, like I definitely like his comeback when he comes back in Shippuden. How he looks like a completely different person, and everyone's like surprised at what he's become now in a good way. But
You're still asked to start out.
yeah, sure. But like what's it called? What was I gonna say? In his, I really liked his battle in his entrance when he's fighting Pain.
Yeah.
That part
That was
was
pretty
really cool.
badass,
How
yeah.
it was teleport. What's it called again? Is it called teleport? I don't know. He gets teleported in, and then he just kind of lays it down on them for a little bit, and then they kind of you know, fight
Yeah, yeah,
back. But
yeah.
regardless, I really like him as a character. He's kind of like would you say that's peak character development? I don't know.
In terms of anime, yeah, that's a hard one to beat, honestly,
And
because
then he
I'm
gets a
just
wife
thinking
with
about
big
like
tits.
I'm just thinking about like other animes, other animes now, and it's like they don't really start off as bad as Naruto did. They kind of just worked hard, also, but
But it's like you don't see
yeah,
it almost,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
I say Naruto is one of the most well done in that aspect. Like they just picked the perfect scenario, and I just don't. I just think certain animes aren't patient enough, and like in this day and age, like animes aren't patient enough to deal with the over 500 episode.
Or they may lack the creativity slash funds to do so as well.
right, yeah,
Yeah, I mean
I don't know
also
how big, how much money Naruto had to start out with, not Naruto, but whoever created it.
well, it was also widely liked too, so that probably helped the
Yeah,
fans.
like once it started going, then of course they had the money to work with.
Yeah, they had extra money too. Like I don't know. I mean, I, that is crazy. Naruto is definitely you really can't beat that. And like even in One Piece, it was kind of like everybody still followed Luffy because they saw him as although they saw him as saw him that somebody who was fearless and somebody that they could rely on and saw as a captain. Like Naruto was never like that. Like
yeah,
until the end,
yeah,
like he was always seen as like that captain like figure that
Mm.
people would rely on and follow no matter what. Like it's different. It's just different when Naruto. I thought that was that's the one thing that I thought was special.
yeah.
And Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, which was that? Oh, yeah, I haven't watched it. So
I don't understand why people don't watch that. That's like that's one of the prettier animes ever.
Yeah.
I just
It's
I
good. It's aesthetically pleasing. Right? Yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
is.
it's not that I don't watch Demon Slayer. I just don't watch much anymore of anything because I can't sit down and watch something. I
So you like go
sometimes
fast.
it makes me want to, but I never end up doing it.
So KFC full of buttons. You like to go fast, huh?
Like to go fast, huh?
Good one.
Shit.
All right, what is your guys' big three anime?
Oof.
Oh fuck! Now that I've fucking seen this question, now I forgot. What's that one Deliora or whatever his fucking name is? Okiora, and that one blue guy with blue hair. For favorite main characters, how they were so badass.
Blue hair.
Nah, just let's focus. Okay, he's also good too, but Okiora,
Who's that? From what?
Bleach.
Oh, from Bleach. Okay. Yeah,
Both of these.
I haven't watched much Bleach. I watched like the first 20 episodes.
All right, what is your basically big three or like top three?
Top three, I'd have to put
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z up there. Uh, honestly, probably Naruto as well. Just because, like,
Not in terms of popularity. Well, are we going in terms of popularity or in terms of our personal big three?
let's just go with our personal big three. That'd probably
Yeah,
be
yeah,
easier.
yeah. Do that.
So I will say Dragon Ball Z is up there, or just the Dragon Ball in general. I mean, I watched Super as well. I never watched the full extent of GT. I watched some of Dragon Ball, the original.
Mhm.
Other than that, I mean, I'll still put it up there because that's my childhood.
Yeah.
Um, number two, I am going to put Megaloboxing up there. I think that really deserves it.
What?
Megaloboxing,
That is a fucking.
and then hmm, number three. I'm not sure for number three. I could go with Hajime no Ippo. Um, what else is there? I really liked Rosario Plus Vampire, I think is what it's called. That's just because I like romance ones as well. I like romance animes. What else do I got? What else? Someone else go, and I'll figure out what my third one is.
I say I don't really have a number one, two, three. I'll just say my top, but just like my three in general. Hellsing Ultimate,
Okay.
really fun. I think that's like one of the more intense animes I've ever seen, and just all around, just probably one of my favorite when it comes to intensity and just uniqueness.
Hmm.
It's about like vampire hunters and vampires and the main vampire versus the Catholic Church versus like a different sector. It's like a not like they brought the Nazis back and it's like three different big sectors facing off against each other, battling ghouls, demons, other vampires, other religious leaders. It's pretty. I don't know if it's extremely. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty gory. I know what it is you're talking about.
I like that a lot. I don't. It's like it's just pretty badass as an anime in general. And it had a really unique set. I watched it like two or three times. Of course, Zatch Bell because that just has a lot of weight. I just can't say. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this to top five. I say Hajime no Ippo there too. That one surprised me on how good. It was.
Hmm.
I did not think it was gonna be. I thought there's no way in hell that they could make a boxing anime good, and they somehow just
Yeah,
made
I mean they over dramatize it a bit, but I mean by a bit I mean a lot, but still, I think I think it's still good the way it is.
you got to do stuff. I mean, to get the attention of the younger generation, that you just got to do stuff like that.
I mean, when did that come out though? The thing, it didn't come out recently. It came out a while ago.
Anyway, the I did like Bleach a lot. I won't say it's. I don't know. I fucking. Bleach, but that's another. Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball whole series, like that was fucking. I fucking love that. Dude,
I do have my number three, and that would be Baki. Both Baki the Grappler and the 2019 Baki. Or was it 2019? Yeah, yeah. The Netflix Baki. I would say I love Baki the Grappler, which is the original, the previous one. I say I like that one the most.
Baki the Grappler was way better.
Yeah, so that would be my three. It's Megalobox or from 1 to 3, Dragon Ball Z, Megaloboxing, what's it called?
Baki.
Baki the Grappler. Uh, honorable mention would be Samurai Champloo.
Hey, that's a good one.
I love that one, dude.
That's good.
It did everything with the music and the fight scenes and the characters. I love all of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely underrated.
Hmm.
Yeah. I also fuck with Gurren Lagann a
Yeah,
lot.
Gurren Lagann's also really good.
Shit. Parasite. Parasite was really good.
Well, yeah, I remember Parasite.
That was extremely unique and had me fucking scared that a parasite was gonna fucking eat my body.
Sure hope it does.
That was fucking creepy too. I mean, I thought it was good too, but Kill la Kill. I like Kill la
That was
Kill a
very good.
lot.
Sounds good. Yeah,
What the fuck?
it's very outlandish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess Fairy Tale would be another
Yeah, that's
honorable mention for me,
yeah.
just because
That's
I watched a
crazy.
lot of that in high school.
They ruined the fucking ending for me though.
Did they?
Yeah,
They-
they rushed it. Yeah.
Ran out of money.
No, I feel like the author was just getting tired of Fairy Tale and he just wanted to end it as quickly as possible.
You should have just made them fuck.
You can easily tell too. Like, it just didn't
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep on listing animes I like. So you might.
Okay.
Boogie.
Was that?
Just go ahead, Boogie. You too.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's see. Yeah, in no particular order, I'd probably say my top three right now would be uh, My Hero Academia.
Hmm.
I really like it because of the whole quirk aspect of it.
Yeah.
You get like random quirks when you're born. This is like it's like that like what's the word, like individuality in the
Hmm.
characters through their quirks,
Uniqueness, stuff like that.
uniqueness. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unique one.
So that yeah. So in a way, I feel like it kind of sets up to make like certain characters definitely stand out more, and I feel like certain other characters kind of just blend in. They don't really have as a good quirk, which kind of limits the show, I guess, in a way. But besides that, I still think I like the whole quirk aspect of it. But the second anime I'd probably pick would be Demon Slayer right now,
Mm.
because Demon Slayer is good because it has moments that are just like they just hit you, like emotionally when you watch it, and I feel like that's what makes it pretty good. Uh, and I guess my last one would be Naruto for reasons explained already. But yeah, so yeah, that's my three.
Alright.
Honorable mention, probably Sao, the first season.
Yeah, that
Only the
was.
first season.
I really liked that as well. A lot of people didn't like it. I would assume just because it was like they one didn't like bandwagons, two don't like mainstream shows, which that's like I wouldn't say it's understandable because I don't understand it, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's their choice. That's what they like. So I really did like the first season because that was like something that's I don't think that's something that's ever been done before, right?
No, it hasn't. Yeah, and yeah, the way they developed like Asuna and Kirito together,
I also
like
like the romance
romantically,
part.
that was
Yeah,
good. Yeah, that was good.
love me some romance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was good.
Yeah, love the hentai. Does Samuel L. Jackson
Angel
watch
Beats.
anime? Yes, I do.
Angel.
Hentai too.
Classic.
I like Angel Beats.
Angel Beats is pretty good.
I thought that the ending was crazy. It was crazy.
It was sad. I didn't.
Yeah.
I hate sad endings like that. Like almost also similar to old spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1. But like in the end of Gurren Lagann, when what's her name disappears after they get married, it's like, did you have to do?
Oh, Gurren Lagann?
Did you have to do that? Did you really have to do that? Could you just like, oh, she figured it out. She's good now.
Bro, I like halfway understood why she had to disappear.
Yeah,
But
like story wise, I know why she had to. It's just like, can't you just pull some
add
strings
some,
or
I
something?
don't know, like fucking put a wristwatch on her and
Yeah, just make some like hentai.
No. Come.
Yes.
order the court,
Oh.
order the court, gay.
You know what? You know what else is good? I don't know if you guys know. Dan Manchi.
Danmachi.
Yeah, that one's
That,
good.
that was pretty good. I mean, I don't like the new ones that are coming, or the new stuff that they made out, because they made it less about Belkun, and
Uh,
more about other people, which I liked it because of Belkun, but
right.
maybe that's just me.
What about Bungo Stray Dogs and
Ooh, I hardly watched that one, so I don't have a lot to say on that one.
what about was it Fire Squad or
Fire Squad. Fire Squad
Fire Squad. That one was fucking
by J.
dope,
Cole.
too.
Chico. Oh.
Okay.
Straight nigga. Fuck. There's a shit ton. I feel bad by leaving some out.
Yeah.
But I think we should move on to the next topic. We can talk more about it on another one if you want. Favorite villains.
Favorite or most fucked up villain.
Now,
Mm,
this one's gonna be tough.
yeah.
Off the top, let's just go over an anime that I like, and maybe I'll find a villain that I like. Um, I didn't mind the quote unquote villain in Megaloboxing. Now, if you want to call the chick the hot chick the villain, or you want to call the guy that he boxes the villain, that's up to you. I guess I would call the guy with the white hair that he boxes more of a rival instead of a villain because he just follows what the chick says. So that's what I'm gonna go with. I did like I will the name evades me, but guy with the white hair that Joe boxes, Joe being the main character in Megaloboxing. I do like him. Um, any other ones though? Trying to think. Um,
I'm drawing a blank on these fucking.
yeah, I've realized now how hard of a question this is.
All right, can I give it a shot?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I think an anime series that did do a good job with villains was probably the original Dragon Ball Z series.
Okay, yeah,
Their villains are pretty solid. Like when you get introduced to like Frieza, Frieza does a good job of being a villain because I think when you think of a villain, someone like I do not like that character because they're bad, and Frieza's that fits that definition for me, in my opinion.
okay.
When you look at Dragon Ball Z, because um, Frieza would just like straight up mess people up, So yeah,
She
that's
ki-
what
she killed
yeah.
Christian Stewart.
Christian Stewart.
I agree with that though, because like even like All for One, or like I remember like some anime that I watched or something recently.
Okay.
Some anime I watched, I forget what it was, but it was like you could feel the basis of it was is that you could feel, and you're just like, damn, like I hope he turns good because the reason why he's a villain is like justifiable, but he shouldn't have did it, but it's still justifiable. Like the reason why Frieza's a villain is just because she's downright evil. And,
Yeah.
Like, what?
Her dad was evil, and so is she.
Dude, it's a he. I keep on forgetting it's a
Frieza's a dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to think
Yeah.
Frieza was a girl as well.
because of the voice, man.
Yeah, it's the voice.
even
And also kind of the way she
not in
looks.
the
He
sub,
looks,
not in the
excuse me.
sub. In the
Yeah.
sub, it sounds more like a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I agree with that though. Like when she just destroys Planet Vegeta off of like basically fucking nothing. Like
Yeah.
I like damn. I hate him. Like
Yeah, I know that.
and like
Yeah.
even when he gets brought into the Tournament of Power later on, like he's still not a good.
He's still evil. He still
He's
has it
still
in him.
evil to the or like he still has like an ulterior motive. Like even though he's helping Earth out, he still has his universe out at that point. Like,
Yeah.
he still has a motive in the end. Like I'm still gonna go through and his family and then destroy his planet when I get home.
Yeah.
It's just he always will be that evil character. Just something you can't trust with him.
Okay. Yeah, I dig that answer. I never thought I never thought that way, but I never thought about it in that way that Boogie thought about it, but I do agree.
I'm trying to fucking think of another one.
Um,
The Frieza one was a good example. Oh, Aizen from Bleach.
from Bleach. Okay.
Like the way that he used his sword power is Zanpakuto's Shikai. It's either Shikai or Bankai, but like every time like you touch the sword, like look at the sword, you get like your memory rearranged or something like that, like brainwash you or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he had every single person brainwashed except for the main character's power that he's the main character, so he's not brainwashed, but everybody else is. Even the most powerful fucking what is it, Soul Reaper there is. It's kind of crazy because like forget that old man Yamamoto, like he's the most powerful Soul Reaper ever in existence. He has the most powerful sword by far, He can cause like a fucking supernova to happen and like ignite all of Earth if he wanted to. And like he brainwashed him, so it just shows how Eisen was.
Hmm.
Anyway, like the fact that he was so trusting and he as a villain, I thought they mastered that. Like, oh, damn, person that he started doing shady shit and like just so like deterred away from hero her path. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know he was evil. And then when he was evil and he explained his plot and shit like that, like I don't know. I just he's one of my favorite evil people as well. The villains.
Sure.
Also, another one, Helsing is fuck, I think it's Arthur. Oh, Seven Deadly Sins. That's also another one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good anime.
Meliodas. Meliodas is one of my favorite main characters. And as far as the villains go, no, Escanor. Escanor is my favorite character.
Escanor, that's
Fair.
that's Pride, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That dude is unreal powerful. He can defeat Meliodas like in salt form. When only when it's noon. Only when
Yeah,
it's noon.
only while the sun is up, right?
Yeah, but other
Yeah.
than that, like if it's 11:59 or 12:01 and after, like he doesn't stand a fucking chance.
Yeah, because he's not
It's
his
just
pride
hard.
isn't powering him anymore or something like that.
But the thing is, like I found okay, spoiler. I'm not sure if you guys can keep on watching, but in season 3, um, if it was found out that Meliodas, I don't know. Wait, you guys want to spoil this?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
So Meliodas and the girl with the silver hair or whatever, and
Oh, what's her name? Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, and it turns out that they were both cursed.
Yeah, I know this part that you're talking about. I know this.
Yeah, and then like they had to like relive. Like she like dies in like 3 days after like she remembers who she is and what
Hmm.
the curse is all about. And like they always like the curse is about like them falling in love every time she is reincarnated. And
Hmm.
like the whole thing is that he's trying to
Keep her
to
alive, basically.
away from regaining her memories, but it's impossible because he always falls in love with it. Shit like that.
Hmm.
Uh,
I thought that one was fucking.
That is pretty cool.
That was one that. That's why I like Seven Deadly Sins a lot because that was. Now it's. I think that one's in my top 3 now because of how unique and intricate that fucking curse was, and like it explains so much. Like the girl that he like, because I was like, what about the redhead or something like that? I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that was fucking Elizabeth. Like, oh man, like that like mind fucked me. Wow.
I like the way Elizabeth looks when she was a cave woman. She was fucking hot.
God damn. Order in the court. Order.
She was hot as shit, though. Honestly.
Ooh, okay, who's your favorite?
Huh?
Who's your favorite villain?
Favorite villain. I can give you an example of villains that I don't like, and that would be most of the villains from Fairy Tale,
Yeah.
because it's like they didn't have much depth to it. Was the whole
Yeah,
thing.
fairy tale villains are pretty cliche.
It's ha, I'm evil. That's
Yeah.
really it. There's a
I
few
love
like
that.
Zeref. Zeref was a decent.
He's even evil. Like, he was just like
No,
his whole
not
life
not
was.
really. It's just he. Spoiler alert and blah blah blah. Blah. Zeref being Natsu's brother, then Natsu died in the was it dragon attack or something like that? Was that what it was?
I think it was a dragon.
And then he just wants to revive. He just wanted to revive Natsu, and then he got cursed for it. I think right. That's what it was. And
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
immortal, and then also everything he was it everything he touched or everything he loved dies. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
Honestly,
basically he
like
was
that's a
cursed.
tough life to live too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally.
That's why I would never wish to be immortal. That sounds like a curse.
And that's why when he said that he was trying to reverse it back to when he was alive, that's why I didn't really like. feel bad anymore. Even the smallest inkling that I had that he was evil, like I didn't think that he was evil anymore because he would just revert it back to the days where Natsu was alive and that they can live an actual life before fucking happened. And like even like all the people that died, they would just been revived anyway. Like
Uh
it
huh.
wouldn't even happen like that. And all the like the extra like the extremes that happen with magic, different that was caused by Natsu and Zeref's drunk. Like
Hmm.
none of that would have happened in the a much safer, probably normal and the fairy tale normal space. Like if
Yeah.
that if they weren't in that time frame. Well, I thought it was like that really like mind fucked me about like if Zeref was evil or not. And I just like I said like dude like I've seen more people like he's not evil at all.
Yes. So like that's an example of what I think is a good villain. But like a bunch of other villains, like when what's it called? The one the what was the guild that Gagio was in before he went to Fairy Tail?
Jeez,
I forgot
that's
what the
old.
name was,
Yeah.
but it was the not the leader. The master was Ivan, right? It was what's his name's son?
Oh no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The guy's son, but and it was his dad,
Yeah,
Laxus's dad.
yeah,
Laxus.
yeah. So like it was
Laxus.
just I'm evil. There wasn't, at least that's how I saw it, and there's not really much depth to that. There was
Yeah.
Zero from that one arc with the what is that arc called? I don't remember, but it's where the Nirvana arc, is that what it's called?
Oh, wait, what?
The Nirvana arc,
Which one is it?
where they with Jalal gets his memories back.
Jalal. Oh yeah.
Jalal.
Jalal.
They also made dragons like super fucking open. But I kind of liked how like
I like that part of the arc where they brought the
I like
dragons in, because then it's like it's a character development thing also, I think, where it's like we got all these dragon slayers here and only one of them
Dragon
kind of beat a
Slayer.
dragon.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a wake up call, and then like we can't fucking kill dragons if they were here.
I also didn't like how Natsu never turned into a dragon. Like he never like, got to that space where he could control if he could be a dragon or.
Yeah, I wish they would elaborate on that a bit.
Eh. He didn't even like fully master Dragon Force, which is weird. He was just a really powerful like
Yeah, it's
base.
just, if he got help, he could do it. That was all it really was.
That's stupid though. Like even the third generation Dragon Slayers were able to like do it on command, and they were still weaker than Natsu, which I thought was fucking weird.
Well, it was.
Like
I think it was the whole thing to be like to differentiate between first generation and third generation. I think, and also because Natsu isn't necessarily human, but neither was Gajio, but he was stronger than them.
I just didn't like how Natsu never really truly got out of his base form. Like he was just
Yeah,
a really really strong base form, and like he did the same repetitive attacks over and over and over.
That's true. Yeah.
mhm,
He didn't get like a different form or anything like how other animes get.
yeah.
I was uh, like you guys should watch Kengan. Like that's actually
King and Ashura, that's the fighting one, right?
yeah,
I
it's
watched
pretty
like the
intense.
first few episodes of it. I never got to watch the rest.
It's pretty dope.
Uh,
Let's see.
So
Yeah,
I think we all got our thoughts out on that, right?
yeah.
And
yeah.
then
Favorite.
can move on to our last topic for this here podcast, and that will be gateway anime. We kind of touched on this already, but we could, give a bit more insight on that. on uh, how it made us feel, what it was, all that bullshit. Um, so I did say earlier, my gateway anime, other than quote unquote Pokemon being a quote unquote anime, would be Claymore, which is kind of, and that was as a kid, so that's like, it's like a weird way to start with such a gory anime to start with, but I mean, I went back and watched it, and I really did enjoy it. Still, it's a good. It was a good premise, I thought. And I'm getting kissed in the ear again. Sigh.
I know it's fucking like stupid, but like the actual like this is but the actual reason why I got like my gateway beside like Zatchbell was the Kickstarter, and I think Bobobo was my gateway.
Oh, that one. I remember that.
Oh shit.
I fucking the randomness made me think that every anime was like that, and I fucking thought that shit was so funny back then. And I still do. The first 6 episodes, but it was too much random. I could never have gotten because I never know what the fuck is going on.
Oh my gosh. It's funny as fuck.
Bo 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 bo.
Bruh. Would you guys consider Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime?
I don't think so, honestly.
No?
I really love that show to bits, but I just don't think it's. I don't
Is
think
it
it qualifies. I mean, it doesn't have. I guess it doesn't have to be Japan. Does it have to be Japanese to be anime? Because I don't think I'm gonna say that Avatar didn't start out as.
In Japan, no,
Yeah,
it was
I'm
an
pretty
American.
sure it's American. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, I really love that show as well, but
yeah.
I never really watched it. Like I know that people love it. I just never tried. And like by the time like everybody was like super into it, I don't know. I just never really did. Bleach actually is my major gateway anime going into serious anime.
Mm.
Like coming off of something that wasn't so serious, and I thought that like that shit actually freaked me out at first because of the Las Menos and fucking whatever the shit was, like the Spanish correlations and shit. Yeah, that was another one that I thought was really cool. Was just Bleach. And One Piece is definitely another one. Although I had to sacrifice 4, 5, 6 months of my life actually fucking catching up to that 700.
haha, catching up.
Jeez,
Haha, you can never catch up to that show.
I know it'll never
Dude, like, I
stop.
fucking turn my back and they're already like another 100 episodes in. I'm like, well, you guys set aside a whole 2 weeks to fucking view all this shit.
Or do you?
Yo, it's freaking wild.
Kaiji and Akagi.
Kaiji and Akagi.
You guys don't. That's the one with Mahjong. I don't know if you guys watched that one.
I didn't.
I like that one. Hey, Bo.
Bo 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 bo.
The best.
This one. All right. Favorite waifu.
Oh, waifu. Oof. Erza was my very first waifu.
What's my first?
What was your first waifu?
Oh, first waifu. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Erza was my number one. What else do we have?
Shit.
I mean, if you want from Pokemon, Dawn was also my favorite girl from that.
Who?
Dawn.
Oh, Dawn,
She's
yeah.
the one with the white hat on and the long black hair.
Yeah, yeah, that was like a
Yeah.
Pokemon like Pearl, right?
Yeah, yeah, the quivering clit
Oh,
and the
oh,
what was the other one?
get
Was it vibrate? No, no, was it vibrator?
quivering clit, double jointed
Double
pussy.
jointed pussy. That's what it was. Hell yeah.
First, wait for. Damn, son.
What else? What else? What other? I have a bunch. Catalina from Grand Blue Fantasy, whatever it's called. Monica, but she's not an anime. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got?
Cammy.
Gabby!
Yep.
Yoko.
15-year-old girl.
Yoko's good. Yoko's very good. I don't care how underage she is. I mean,
They make her look like she's fucking 20.
yeah.
There's no 15-year-old with that size breast and that good of a.
You're just not looking hard enough.
Yeah, I like my 12 stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what else do we have?
So,
Any girl from High School of the Dead?
yeah, that's true. I like the one with the glasses with the ponytail.
Glasses. Oh, the pink-haired one. She has
Yeah.
She has twin tails. She has a ponytail.
I like that.
Anime has made me like girls with ponytails.
The ponytails that don't stay in place all the time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mine is Bo.
Who is that?
Oh yeah.
Long nose hair man.
Hell's yeah. Man, been at work today, dude. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You. What about you, Boogie?
Nami.
Give us a. Oh my god. After time skip Nami. Long hair Nami. Long hair Nami.
Long hair Nami.
Long haired and yeah, long hair no.
I'm not
Definitely
doing the short hair chicks. Like a specific one.
Uh,
Come on, Boogie. Give it to us.
Oh, what? Waifu?
Yeah, waifu.
First or last?
Yes. All of them.
Bruh. Right now, dude, because of My Hero Academia, like the new episodes, dude, it's Cammy.
Oh, Cammy. Oh, Cammy.
But like, probably, get nigga.
I love her.
Oh, I like what's her name too? Eyes Wallenstein from Damn
Ice Wallenstein. I like best girl from that one. I like Hestia a lot.
No.
oh wait. The girl from. Fuck, I know you guys gonna know.
Where's it from?
Fuck.
It's from fuck.
Matsumoto from Bleach.
Ooh, is that's
The
not the
huge
that's
skinny-
not the main character chick, right? That's not the one that likes what's his name?
That's Rukia.
You said
I'm talking
Matsumoto?
about- Here, I'll just post it in the chat.
Bleach. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit. Those are real big hooter booters, man.
Hmm.
Well, this goes out to all my homies.
I guess I know what I'm doing tonight.
No matter the day, my homie be there. Be it rain or shine. Be it circle or square. McDonald's he know. He always come through. My homie see for me. He know that I'm true. Could he be tempted me? But my homie, he raised my internal climate. Can't even begin to describe it.
All right, let me
My
mute him
shoulder.
real quick for a second until he stops. So I think that'll be it for the rest of this podcast. Is he still going?
Hooray! Yeah, no, I think that's about it.
Yeah, he's still going. Okay, I'm gonna leave him muted until he's done. Let me know when he's done, Boogie. But
All right.
okay, sorry. Last waifu. Satellizer L Bridget from Freezing. Oh God, dude. I'm gonna post a picture real quick so you can see. Well, I think I've showed you before.
What?
Satellizer.
Oh, he finished. Cool.
Okay. Here, let me
No tongue that make you weak.
Oh,
say. Let me send you a picture here. But that will conclude our podcast for the day. Mostly just about anime stuff. We will talk about other things, of course, in future podcasts. But let us know your thoughts on what's going on here. I really enjoy doing stuff like this. Let's see if Jenks is done talking. Okay, he is.
You know,
Is he doing?
in future, oh, shut the fuck up. I said in future podcasts we might do ranking,
Yeah.
or talk about anime, or like new anime that's coming out, old anime that's underrated, or just like our favorite video games, what we grew up on, I don't know, television, whatever the fuck comes up, or we can just bullshit the entire time.
Yeah, and
Podcast.
if anyone who's listening has any ideas, thoughts, suggestions, please let us know as well. Always open to different topics, different ideas. Or if you just want to talk about your thoughts on what we talked about today. Just go ahead and let us know. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be posting all this stuff.
Fucking subscribe.
I might post this to the YouTube. This has already been an hour and a half.
I don't give a shit about that. Subscribe or die.
What? What the hell? The hell is that noise?
woo, 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 woo.
Alright, so that will be it from us. I hope you all enjoyed if you got this far.
Hooray!
Cue the outro.
So,
How does the outro go?
Hachimaru!
No, alright, we can't use that outro anymore.
oh shit. I actually got tab. Hold on.
Well, don't play. I'm just gonna be playing it already.
This goes out to all my homies.
Alright, bye.